All right, so ready to ditch the digital. Take a trip back in time with me.
Ooh, sounds intriguing.
We're diving deep into a world, well, most of us can barely remember. Like life before mobile phones.
Wow, that's going way back.
I know, right? I stumbled upon this podcast, Life Without Mobile, and honestly, it really got me thinking. Can you even picture like a whole day without that little rectangle glued to your hand?
I mean, I guess, but it's a pretty wild thought.
Totally.
Aren't
The
there?
podcast does a really amazing job, though, of like painting this picture of what that pre-smartphone world was actually like.
Yeah, like what did people even do with all their time?
Right. It's like stepping into like this alternate reality. Remember those clunky fold-out maps?
Oh, yeah. The ones that never folded back up, right?
Exactly. Or like the anticipation of waiting like forever for photos to get developed.
You're taking me back.
The podcast highlights how all these like seemingly little inconveniences actually shape the way people interacted and like experienced the world.
It's true. Like, think about planning a simple picnic. It used to be this whole, like, all-day affair. Coordinating schedules without instant messaging, finding a location everyone could actually get to, no GPS.
Ugh, sounds like a nightmare.
Right. But it required, like, this level of thoughtfulness and preparation that we rarely experience today.
You know, that actually makes me realize how much my phone's become like a crutch.
Totally.
I can't even remember the last time I had to actually navigate, like using a map.
Seriously.
Maybe, just maybe, we've lost something in this constant quest for convenience.
I think there's something to that. I mean, the podcast even argues that, like, navigating with maps helped people develop a different kind of spatial awareness. They had to, like, visualize routes, landmarks, and that might have strengthened their cognitive abilities.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it makes you think.
Okay, but let's be real. This podcast doesn't totally sugarcoat things. It also explores the downsides of a mobile-free life.
Yeah, that slower pace might sound kind of idyllic, but there are definitely trade-offs. Like, imagine being lost in a foreign city, no Google Maps, or needing urgent medical advice and not having instant access to information.
That's a really, really good point. It definitely makes you appreciate the safety net our phones provide, especially in emergencies. It's like a delicate balance.
Totally. And that's the key takeaway, I think. The podcast isn't advocating for, ditching technology entirely. It's more about finding that sweet spot, using technology as a tool, not letting it rule us.
So I gotta ask, could you survive a day without your phone? Like, really?
It'd be tough, I'll admit. But hey, maybe, like the podcast says, that challenge could be a good thing. Lead to some unexpected discoveries, who knows?
So here's a final thought for you all out there. If a full-blown digital detox feels way too extreme, how about starting small? Take intentional breaks.
I like that.
Maybe put your phone away during meals or designate, like, certain times as phone-free zones. Even short periods of disconnection can impact your well-being, your relationships, all that. Give it a shot. You might be amazed at what you rediscover about yourself and the world around you.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try that.
Me too.
Thanks for the deep dive.
Of course. Until next time.